Hi, hello, and welcome to the Oracle Councilorship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Zablossi. I'm trying to light some incense here, pardon the distraction. My name is Serene Priestess Zablossi. I'll be your Oracle today, and I was sent to deliberate the findings for some energy. All I know right now is that we've been suppressed in some kind of place. So we made it in some kind of way. I feel like we were surpassing somebody. I talked a little bit about this on the Pisces Daily Tarot Buffet for August. Okay, so it would have covered the dates of the 30th, 31st, and the 1st of September. That's the Pisces strengthening moon, and the video was published sometime in August. Don't get behind me, honey. The cat just jumped up here. Let me see here. Oh, what are you doing? So the thing about this is that I'm feeling like we're about to overcome some energy. We're about to learn some kind of lesson, and we're about to come out from underneath this being suppressed or not being able to grow where we were. Like our situation, our station, it might have been pleasant, meaning not that bad, but we're finally going to get bigger. We're finally going to grow the station of our life. That's what I'm picking up on. Okay, so we already have the cards right now. We will do another round because when the Tower comes out first, and not for this deck, the Emperor, we'll do 2 rounds, okay? So this is what came, these 3 cards. Really, these are the cards that popped out, and then here's the significator for the deck. So the Tower card with the 4 of Wands, somebody's been trying to attack our foundation. The place where we get derived spiritual peace and bliss from, 4 of Wands, and it wasn't working. It's kind of like if you can't beat them, join them thing. But they suppressed our growth so that they can work on a way to come back in. Knight of Wands, okay? And it's not working, but they are approaching us in some kind of way, maybe spiritually, energetically. It's Niguan happen, Niguan work. They're blocked, 8 of Swords, because they're guilty of something. They misused our tolerance. They abused our tolerance, and that's the situation. When we learn, and this is a Melchizedek situation here. These 2 cards together equal the number 33. Okay, so that's where we are. That's what's going on. This person, the Lord or the universe has been, and listen, I'm gonna say this for a while. When I say this other person, I'm personifying this energy here. But again, it could be an energy, an entity, an ideology, an enemy even. So if it hasn't stepped out of the spiritual into the physical, it's the devil. Now, one version of the devil could be our ignorant ideology. We could be living in illusion, delusion, confusion. We could be dealing with fear and ignorance and falseness. Or it could be that there's an entity not yet stepped out of the physical stepped out of the spiritual into the physical as an enemy. So if the enemy is in the spiritual and not in the physical, they're an entity, okay? And if it's not an entity, it's an ideology, which means it's living alive in us. So I'm just gonna say this person, but it doesn't have to be, there might not be anyone. It might be something alive in us that's personifying itself through projection onto others. Or probably most likely 90% of the time, it's gonna be another person. And if it's not us or another person, it's the devil trying to come towards us, okay? And I'm recording much earlier than I normally do. I gotta leave this window open. What are you doing? Hi, kiddo. Mommy's working. Okay, she's needy today. It's fine, she's a cutie. And she's rowdy too. Chandi here, she's a quarter bobcat, so she gets a little rambunctious Bengal bobcat. So she's not that many generations from the wild. Hey, kiddo. Okay, lover. Hi. Yeah, she's needy today. She won't leave me alone. She's like attached to me. Okay, so this person's coming back through. 3 of Wands is something coming towards you. The Knight of Wands is somebody coming back in. Okay, We are beloved to this person, and also we've given them a lot of tolerance. But when you see these two cards together, it means that God loves us. We have the love of the divine. This other person does not, but the situation is going to wrap itself up. We've accomplished something or ended something or completed something or something like that, okay? Eliminating deceit. So they were deceitful, and that's why they're guilty. They might not know that they're guilty, but they've been caught, restrained, wrestled down in some kind of way. They've been brought under some rule, regulation, restriction in some kind of way, some kind of, yeah, see, they're feeling entitled. Okay, they're feeling entitled. Okay, so she really is having a challenge. She doesn't like this person, whoever they are, whatever they're doing. Okay, baby, we need to settle down, okay, honey? Okay, so eliminating deceit is what I got when I asked the question about why they're blocked. They're cut off at the gate. They can't make it through. And I keep hearing this line, if I ever misrepresented my self-image, then I'm sorry. So they now wish that they came at this differently. Okay, but grief, yeah. And then deceit came right back. So they're feeling guilty. You see that guilt, living with guilt? They're feeling guilty for being deceitful. And they need to cycle through this energy. Okay, what's up is stuck, ho. If you was a nasty, downright, dirty little itch and you came at us sideways and stupid and you done us dirty or whatever or what have you, deal with it, ho. That's what is up, okay? Now, listen, people learn at their own little pace, at their own little time, whatever, what have you. But ho, we woke up like this, number one, birth and past life memories. So we've been fighting this ho for a while. And I'm hearing that. I look so good tonight. Gosh darn, gosh darn, gosh darn. So, okay. So if this is us, then we flawless. We got that bass, we got that juice. Oops. It's agitating, irritating, antagonizing their spirit, but they did it to themselves, eight of swords. And if it's us, which it isn't, if it's us, what's going on is that we might be second guessing something. We might be dealing with some nasty ass, musty, dusty, crusty hose, some trifling, treacherous little itch. And we might be thinking about like forgiving them in our mind, but forgiving them really doesn't mean letting them back in our life. They should have already been forgiven. It takes me about 72 hours to forgive a person. Within 2.5, 3 days, I'm already over it. Listen, I don't want to like give anybody ideas, but you can do some nasty, downright dirty stuff to me, and listen, I'll bounce back within a day. You're not gonna faze me, ho. If you stupid enough to do something that means you're gonna lose access to me, really, the 2.5, 3 days is just gonna. I'm just gonna cleanse off the energy and go pray for you. That's it. That's all. That's done. So they're in their mind thinking like, oh, forgive me, or we're thinking that we need to forgive them, but we need to understand that forgiving them doesn't mean letting them back into our life, restoring access. You are forgiven, but your access is denied. You are forgiven, you're forgiven, but you will never, ever be reallocated credentials. How you don't know? That's what it is, what it be, what it's gonna be at the end of the day. Poor baby, but that's just what that be. So let's have a look, see here. Let me wrap this up. Yeah, okay, so this is another Melchizedek. You see 13 plus 20 equals 33. So we had Melchizedek twice. We have Melchizedek here. Okay, so we are very special. Our birth, our energy, our power, our purpose on our life has been prophesied. It was written in the stars who we are and what we were going to be, but they didn't recognize it. So that's the thing with the devil. The devil is really falsity, ignorance. One thing it could also talk about is that when you look at a blessing from God and you're fearful, that could be the blessing. When you see God incarnate and it frightens you, that could be the devil. This is a higher law, come to the mystery school. The next semester starts in September. It's always the second to last Thursday of the month for all the cardinal signs. So June, September, December, March. The second to last Thursday of the month is when the mystery school starts, okay? So if you want to learn more about these subtle meanings and the card combinations and the numerological frequencies and alchemical symbols and all of that stuff, if you want to learn what spirits are attached to certain cards or whatever, what have you. Okay, so that's what's going on, why I was brought to this table today. Yeah, so look at our precious little heart, Page of Cups. So this person didn't realize that we are once in a lifetime experience. They're never, ever, ever going to meet a person on the level that we are. And I'm not saying that there's not people better than us out there or at a higher vibe or with a higher calling on their life than ours. I'm just saying that their stank-faced, musty, dusty, crusty, malignant, toxic, repugnant, repulsive energy is never going to attract another light like ours. They're repellent. They're grotesque spiritually. They're untouchable. I'm so sorry to say these things, but that's what's up. Just so you know, God loves us. The Lord, Indra, okay, Jupiter, Shango, Javioso loves us, loves us, loves us. We are a very special child. The Lord. This card itself means Lord. And again, come to the mystery school because Lord means you are lower than that energy, and it's not the highest, most high, but we're lower than this here. I'm so sorry for the noise. I've got to leave the window open. So Page of Cups means that, okay, affection, adoration, appreciation, we're receiving that, tokens of affection, okay, but the tables have turned. Two of Pentacles. Over the next 2 months, somebody's going to be coming through, pulling through, trying to apologize. This is why the cat won't leave me alone. Look, it's because Sekhmet is here. Okay, so we're about to receive our power in some kind of way. With the Sun card and the Strength card here, I'm hearing La Forza, La Forza, La Forza. So the spiritual forces of the universe are convening around us, and they're about to. Let me check on that. Yeah, gosh darn, gosh darn, gosh darn. So this person, through messing with us, has just reached eternal damnation. Gosh darn, gosh darn, gosh darn, because I look so good tonight. Okay, so here's that hermit with the magician is talking about we know the truth, we know what's up, we know who we are, and we don't need nobody, no nothing. We need no thing to tell us the truth. No thing. That's what I'm hearing. We need no thing to tell us the truth. No thing. That's literally verbatim. We need no thing to tell us the truth. So the 9, Master 9, Alpha 9, talks about turning inside yourself for soul's wisdom, aligning to the universal oneness of the universe, the cosmos. The cosmos. Okay, so we've attained some galactic or celestial sovereign citizenry. We got to the pinnacle, the summit of a spiritual consciousness. Doesn't mean we don't still have higher to go, but we've gotten to like this little milestone on a spiritual ascension level, and it's being locked in. It's kind of, I'm hearing this word power up. I don't know. I haven't played video games in over 20 years, but probably 25 years. But power up. The year I got my first personal computer, so I was 11, 12. That was the last year I played video games. So it's been 25 years, exactly 25 years. Okay, so power up. That's what I'm hearing. Like, you know, when you get a new life in a video game or whatever. So we got that juice, we got that base. We got to level up, is what I'm trying to say. And that again is what this card means. So it's unfortunate because we were a blessing to this person. They were supposed to redeem themselves through us, but they caused so much anguish and pain that now they're stuck. And they thought that they could overpower us because they had more access to God than we do. Or it's not that. That's not true. They knew more about their relationship with God, and they knew more about our relationship with God than we did at the time that we met them, that we encountered them. And we still don't know what they know, and they still know a lot more than we do. Here's the deal. Here's the thing. We're receiving more favor than they are. So they're trying all these things, doing all these things, thinking it's going to work. But that's just the thing. We're their brother, their sister, their child. We're colleagues, peers on a spiritual level, and they're coming at us harshly because they haven't reached the pinnacle of spiritual consciousness that we have. So even though they have better foreshadowing, better foretelling, maybe they know the prophecy that was hidden from us about the calling on our life, it's that kind of deal. So these are both God. You have Shiva and Vishnu. Dattatreya. Look that up. Dattatreya. It's the Lord of all gurus. So we've been learning. We've been doing the work. When you see this, and I'm hearing datta, 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 datta. So it's telling me that we've just been working on ourselves, working on ourselves, working on ourselves. Whatever little thing happens, and it sucks because whatever attacks, whatever lightning bolts they've been sending our way, we didn't sit there and fall apart. We used that as a stepping stone into a bigger, brighter, better life, into a higher vibration. And so by accident, this little enemy, this little entity, this little hater ass hoe elevated us. And that's a narc thing. They're going to think, oh, I healed you. Oh, I made you better. So I'm deserving. I'm entitled. Vai fanculo. That's Italian for go up your butt. So they're stuck in a hard place now because we just got let out of hell. They're stuck in a hard place. I'm so sorry, my dear. Whoever this is, whatever you do, whoever you are, peace be upon you. I hope you get your healing. I hope you find your salvation. And I never leave it with the devil. So we got to keep going here. Yeah, okay. So again, we are a humble teacher, a perfected teacher, and we have found spiritual perfection. And that's what's up. That was the lesson that we need to learn. And that was it. That was all we needed to do to solve the situation, was get to a higher vibration. Situation solved. Maybe not completely solved, but the resolution is conflict resolution. So we're at the table with the mediator, and our spirit and our soul is talking to their spirit and soul, and we just reached a deal. And we've honored the terms of that deal, and they haven't. They've defaulted on the agreement of mediation. They've defaulted on the writ of arbitration, is the language I'm getting. I'm just going to repeat. They have defaulted on the writ of arbitration. So the terms reached in the spiritual mediation between because we're co-workers, we basically have the same spiritual rank as this enemy that we have, hater ass hoe. Poor baby. You got to be stuck on stupid, just dumb, to do whatever they've been doing to get what they got. Because they're going to hell, not just hell. I'm not talking about purgatory and la-di-da and yada yada. I'm not just talking about difficult experiences and suffering through the understanding of your harm and your delusion. They're going to eternal damnation. They're going to the pit, the bottom level of hell. And it's a straight channel. I'm being told we're not the only person they've done this to, but we're the last person they'll ever do this to. I don't want to know more. I don't need to know anymore. Okay, well, we got to wrap this up. Okay, so when you have il tore and il justizio, it means conflict resolution. And remember, I heard the writ of arbitration. Okay. You know, when you go into debt and you have to renegotiate the terms so that you can actually service the debt payment, and then you default on that, it's like a doubling down of default. Oh, they've gone spiritually bankrupt and they want us to give them a loan. Okay, and they defaulted around the spring. So sometime around March, April, May, maybe. Yeah. They were given into the Taurus new moon. That was some months ago. Somewhere between the 12th and the 14th of May. this year. They were given until that time to stop doing what they were doing and to settle up on their account. And they were waiting for us to recognize. They were waiting for us to level up, to come up, to open our eyes. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Yeah, there was a list of demands and terms to me. We met the terms, they didn't. And they willfully defaulted. I'm the whole, I'll always feel bad for what happens to my enemies, even though they deserve it. Deserve it. Who am I to say what they deserve? I might be very high ranking spiritually. I'm not God. Vengeance is not mine. Judgment is not mine. Leave it up to the Lord. Leave it up to the Lord. I have to say this, they deserve whatever they get, and it ain't gonna be pleasant. I don't want to know what they get. I know what they're getting. There's no coming back for them. You know, I hate that. It's a waste. It's a waste. It's a waste. They could have did so much better with their soul, and they've lost it. They've lost it. Okay. I mean, a tell of woe. We know never, ever, ever, ever to do that. Okay, so, I mean, for me, the way, because I always want to put a positive little spin, even though I come for you and come hard. We know mama's tough. I'm a lioness. Listen, the purpose they're serving now is an example of how not to be, and they were supposed to serve another purpose. They were supposed to be the crown maker for other kings and queens. They were supposed to be the teacher to other teachers. They were supposed to be the goddess to other gods. They were supposed to be the bank account for other millionaires. They were supposed to be the foundation for other societies and nations to build, for other kingdoms to erect themselves up out of the abyss. Instead, they're going to fall into the abyss. Okay. Life is demanding, people misunderstanding. That's what I'm hearing. I know the lyrics are different. So they did not fulfill their duty. They took their job function and purpose and they wiped their ass with it. You're not a donkey hoe, you a goddess. Be better. Don't be sorry, be better. Don't be stupid, be better. Don't be apologetic, be better. Fix your character. Change the quality of your soul. Improve yourself. They don't have more time for that. They're on the slate for removal. They're going to be purged, cleansed, culled away. I don't like to see this. Okay. I said everything. All right. Baby. We have a message from them. Yeah, see, they don't understand why we don't want them. They don't get it. They don't get it. The reason that they treated the way that they treated us because they thought we didn't want them. Okay, I'm a little autistic. Okay, so when people try to get my attention, it doesn't work. When people try to make little chords, when people try to get their little hooks into me, it doesn't work. It rolls off me. I don't attach. I don't care. I don't take things personally. I don't give a. Doesn't mean I don't love you. Doesn't mean I don't see you. Doesn't mean I don't want you. I am not going to communicate love and affection the way other people communicate. I didn't get baked in the oven the way the average person does. I know it's 2 pounds. I know it's a half an hour per every 2 pounds in the oven for a turkey. My second favorite meat. My first favorite meat being duck. Before I became a Budunsi, it was lamb. I love lamb, but I can't eat it. If you have Havioso Shango, you're not supposed to eat any 4-legged animal. Okay. So now my favorite meat is duck and turkey. I know it's half an hour for every 2 pounds or whatever, or hour for every 2 pounds or whatever. Me personally, I didn't get cooked in the oven the right way. I didn't come out of the kitchen the way the average little human comes out. Okay. So it's just not going to work on me the way that it works on other people. But that's why they're being a toxic, malignant other Meakrafate, because they feel rejected. The reason that they resorted to violence is what I'm hearing. That's the word. I was going to say something else, but the word I heard was violence. The reason that they resorted to violence is because, and it might not have been physical violence, bully, concealing deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. The reason why they decided to be a toxic, malignant Uckerfe is because they felt rejected. They thought we didn't want them. But you see, they weren't coming at us correctly. That's it. That's all. In reality, we actually absolutely loved them. In reality, we were all about them. In reality, we were messing with them all the way. We were 10 toes down. We were really in their camp, but they ejected us themselves with their behavior, and because they couldn't perceive. And that's the thing. There's this story, and it's a little bit vulgar. I'm sorry. There's this story, and I love my little stories. You know, spiritual teacher, of course. Storytelling. You gotta be a great storyteller. Okay, so this lady, and she's bad. She's badass. She looks flawless. This is the story. It's passed around in circles. Okay, she's sitting at the bar. Me personally, I always imagine a hotel bar because when I do want to drink, I go to a hotel bar. That's where I like to do. So she's sitting at a bar and she's drinking and enjoying herself by herself. And a person sends her a drink. And she asked the little waiter or whatever, what have you, who this be? Who sent this? And the waiter points at a handsome man over off in the corner, whatever, what have you. And she sends him a note on a napkin, like saying, "Don't talk to me unless you got an 8-inch dick and you got $1 million in the bank account and you drive a Benz." And I told you, I warned you, it was a little vulgar. And he sent her back a note on a napkin being like, "Well, I'm sorry, I can't cut 2 inches off my penis. And, I have a lot more zeros in my bank account than $1 million. And I drive a Lamborghini and a Mercedes Benz and a Bugatti, a Bugatti, but I don't have a Benz. I don't like, I don't have a Beamer. I don't like BMW." That was what he sent. So what is the point of the story? You're asking, praying for this blessing, and it's at level 1, and God wants to send you a blessing that's at level 10, and you're denying the blessing because there's an extra 0 on the blessing. So that's what this person did. We were fucking with them. Excuse my language. We were messing with them. We were in their camp, in their party. But they perceived through their own ignorance and greed that we weren't. And so they got violent. Instead of trying to work with us, instead of saying, "Hey, I don't feel any love here. Can you tell me how you feel? Hey, I don't feel any community, any companionship. I don't feel like this is a healthy whatever. What's up with you? What's alive on your side?" Instead of being like that, they resorted to some kind of tactics. And in doing so, let me be clear, they destroyed their soul. I saw the sign. Okay, another message from them, gossip. Okay, so they were, I'll call that Rikiki. They had too many, they were chatty Cathy, but in the head. Okay, they betrayed confidences. So that's a weak ass little hoe. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, you a bunk little itch. Okay, you petty and basic. You cucaracha. I'm so sorry, baby. You go fix yourself. Bye. Ugh. No, ho, no. I rebuke you in the name of Adejavioso, Togbeloso. Hello, le dulo. Hello, le du. Okay. This is no. Okay. So we gave them our love, we gave them our everything, and they threw it away because it didn't look like what they thought. We were like a diamond in the rough. So since there were no little sparkly facets, they went on and bought this little dollar store diamond instead of realizing that we were a couple carats. We just needed to be polished. So this is the kind of, so real recognizes real. And since they're fake, phony, fictitious, imposter, they took us and threw us in the gutter, in the garbage. And now that we on and popping, now that we something, they want to be our everything again. But they threw us away like we was nothing. I got all of that from this because they betrayed our confidences and they're not a stable hoe. We can't mess with them. We can't up with them. We can't acclimate with them. We can't mess with them. They're not safe to be around because they're not solid in themselves. I just hit myself in the face. So they slapped us across the face in some kind of way, an offense. No wonder God came to the rescue, or the Lord, not God, the Lord. No wonder the Lord came to the rescue. Listen to that song, Ace of Base. I saw the sign Ace, Ace of Base. Okay. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Yeah, they really messed up. But they're feeling like a victim now. Okay, so we were too pure. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. And they had this dictatorial control over us. We came up out of that. We were too pure, virgin. That's us. Victim is them. So they're playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity and inability to maintain personal boundaries. They were greedy. I'm feeling like they pushed us too far. See, that's the thing. Me, myself, personally, I'll deal with a lot, but if you try to put pressure on me, I'll cut you real quick. Maybe not, my mama taught me, come get this knife, hoe. That's what my mama would say. But I'll just delete your number out of my phone book and pretend you don't exist. I do that a lot. You put pressure on me, you try to rush me, I do not play around with that. The moment I feel pressure, the moment you're trying to move my boundaries around left, right, sideways, center, up and down, all around, you're done. Class dismissed. Okay. And so now they're kicked out, exile, and they don't know what to do. But that's the thing. They victimized us. They victimized us. Because remember, Femme Fatale came out, so they felt rejected because they had some kind of neediness. There was something alive in them they couldn't give themselves, so they wanted it from us. I understand if you want some poon poon or some dick or something, I get it. You need to meet your needs in partnership. Okay, but don't push me. That's the thing. I'm speaking for all of us, my darling. They were doing too much, and they weren't coming at us the right kind of way. Yeah, and they're a liar. Gossip and liar, gossip and storyteller, that's liar. Mentirosa. Okay. This is impatient little hoe as well. They tried to overpower us in some kind of way. See, and we have a connection to God that makes them jealous because we're a divine child here. God, mystic, priest, it makes them jealous because even though we're the same rank, it looks like God likes us more than they like them because of the blessings that we're receiving. But you see, we're not a malignant tumor walking around dressed as a human. So of course we're getting blessed in ways that they're not getting blessed, and it's going to irk their soul because they're not doing their work. And you see this virgin and victim came right back. Okay. So they have this dictatorial control over us in some kind of way, some kind of shape, some kind of form. Okay, they had it, and it need one happen, need one work. No, not no more. Not no more. No, excuse my language. I've been trying to do better with the cursing. Okay, so they're going to end up a slave because they're a liar, a gossiper, and they didn't want to heal. They wanted to harm. They failed to do the right thing, but they were given multiple opportunities. We might have been dealing with this whole 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. I just heard 20 years. Okay, that would have been a marriage to a narc. I'm just going to say they're going to end up a slave because they don't serve the Lord. You gonna pray to God one day, ho. I'm gonna tell you. But it's when the bottom of your life falls out from underneath you, unfortunately. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. Like, comment, share, subscribe, smash that like button, please, and thank you. Welcome all the new subscribers. You belong. Welcome home. All the current subscribers, I appreciate your continued support. Welcome back, all the A1 day ones. I want to thank you. The 10 toes down. I've been getting your donations and your emails and seeing your comments, and I love you. I honor you. I praise you. I thank you. And it has been an honor and a privilege to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege and the pleasure to do so. Take good care. See you in the next one until we meet again, until we meet again. Namaste, Dandavat, and Ashe. Bye, everyone. Ciao.